just this morning got together without their choir director, and it was sounding very good to me. Now, I want you all to know when I say that, it's kind of limited since I'm tone deaf, but they sounded great. And we have a riser back, how's that feel? Hey.
Oh, you good?
It's clean.
Woohoo! Very good.
Ronnie and his friend Derek came and cleaned it for us. And this is to celebrate the fact that it's Rosh Hashanah. Oh, Maria's just pumped on the gay flag. Wait, okay.
Got it, sister. I know you're.
That's okay.
That's okay. You know over your shoulder.
Are they gonna blow this?
Oh, you want to be up here? That's okay. I can't read over your shoulder. Okay.
It's on float on this part.
Yeah, right. Thank you.
Call me flexible. Oh, not that
You're awesome. Thank you. Yeah.
That's number 1.
Number 6.
Number 6.
I had it on 6.
Are we discussing which song we're singing?
No,
I had it on 6.
There we go. That's the thing. Thank you.
May this be a year of love and kindness. May strangers come to be friends. May truth and compassion always guide us. Amen. May this be a year of hope and healing for all of those in need. May all of our deeds be a blessing. Amen. A new year, a good year, a chance to start all over. A new year, a sweet year, a chance to bring us closer. May this be a year of selfless giving. May this be a year of peace. And may we forgive and be forgiven. Amen. A new year, a good year, a chance to start all over. A new year, a sweet year, a chance to bring us closer. A new year, a good year, a chance to start all over. A new year, a sweet year, a chance to bring us closer. Closer to the ones we love. A world that we can be proud of. Long as there are stars above. There comes a new year. Amen.
Oh, wow. These are fantastic. Thank you so very much. Well, we are celebrating 20 years of having been.
Yay! Woohoo!
Yeah. And,
That's gonna be loud on this one.
Did everybody get a booklet? No. Chris, did you pass you out? Who didn't get one? Okay. And I would like one. I've only been looking at that for a while. And right now, this is gonna, I'm probably gonna go, oh, but this was done
Yeah.
by Corky Buddy. And would everybody please stand and give her a hand?
Thank you. My pleasure. And if there's any mistakes, that's, sorry.
No such thing as a mistake.
Somehow Amina's name got misspelled and Bree's name got misspelled. We're not too sure how that happened.
I know since I just cut and pasted, I don't know how that happened.
Somehow it worked, so anyway, that's what's going on.
But anyway.
So, we would like to have you know how much we appreciate you for supporting us for all these years. And as you look through this booklet, you're gonna go, they went there? You know, we have places that CCL went that took us to, as I was mentioning, to England and Scotland and Ireland and Greece and Hawaii and Sedona and Shasta. 6 times we've been to Mount Shasta. How many of you went to Mount Shasta on our last trip? Yeah, isn't that? And if it was a trip before that, that's fine. And some of the people that we've had here that to speak, Carolyn Pearson was here to speak. Scott Huckabee was here. Scott Hellickstein was here. Scout Bartlett was here just last week. Thank you so much, Scout, for being here. And we've had so many amazing speakers that I was surprised. I call up and say, would you like to come talk to our little church? And they said, sure, we'd love to. And that energy of people just coming down to help us have been so great. But one of the people I'd like to really give a shout out to is the first picture on the first page where we have photographs, and that's Virginia singing.
Oh, yeah.
Virginia is the reason we have a choir. Because Reverend Dr. Virginia said, why don't we have a choir?
When
And
we
I
have
said,
more music.
"Okay, we will," and she loved music, and just such a wonderful, wonderful being having her here. As you may notice, we started out with a song for Rosh Hashanah. We try to celebrate almost every holiday by at least acknowledging it. I believe, and this is what started this whole center, I believe that each one of us is a child of God, no matter what faith you were raised, no matter what religion you believe in, your connection to Creator is incredible. So we have people here who were raised Jewish, we have people here who were raised Muslim, we have people here who were raised. We asked one week if you would please name what religion you were raised. And we came up with 168 different religions, or different faiths that people had been raised. And that was amazing. And they found CCL, usually because for some reason, either their original religion was a little bit too rigid, or they came here because they felt that they were looking for something they weren't quite getting. Well, hopefully you can find it. But whatever reason you're here, we are so glad that you are, because we have so many different things that we offer. And I'd like to start out with some of the different things that we offer. And Kevin, can you talk about Farima?
Yes. Use their microphone?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's one up at the front. Yeah.
No, she's got it.
She was unable to, she had a memorial today, so.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm very sorry to say that her uncle passed away.
Could you stand it?
Well, I'm very sorry to say that her uncle passed away recently, and she had memorial service was today in Sacramento. But I'm here. I'm actually one of her good representatives. And
What does she do?
what does she do? Well, she is an amazing individual. She is originally from Iran, but she's an Iranian American. And she's a dancer. She's a dance ethnologist. She's an archaeologist. I can't even remember all the things she does. But she chose this place because it's such a wonderful community. She brings her Sufi dancing and meditation here. So she has workshops where she does this. And she also does dance therapy. dance therapy is a means of being able to actually help people heal through dance, dance and meditation. And this, she's chosen this place because it's such a great community, and it's, as I'm looking around the room, it seems a little too small for everybody. But she has classes here, or workshops here once a month when she's not traveling or on tour. Are there any questions?
Oh, and she's also spoken at Christmas times, a
That's
couple of
right.
years,
Yeah.
because she's part of the Magi
Magi.
line,
Lineage.
her lineage. And she comes from, so she, with authority, spoke about the Star of Bethlehem
Mysticism.
and the Magi. So she's a gift, a great gift to our community.
Thank you so much. Oh, yes.
What day, is there a particular day
No,
of the
she
month?
tries to do that during a Sunday, but her schedule varies so much between.
Microphone.
I'm back. So yeah, her schedule varies so much, so she just tries to get one Sunday a month here.
It's
And
always
so-
listed
It's always
in
in
the
the
program.
CCL Insights, so if you don't
Yeah, it's
get the
here.
CCL Insights, please sign up, because it goes out every week, and it says what we've got coming up,
Yeah, her
okay?
schedule varies.
Okay,
Thank you, Kevin.
yeah, and did I see Heather come in? Heather, hi. Here's a microphone.
Yeah, well, can I come up front?
Sure,
You
come on
may
up.
Gladly, good, that gives me a chance to sit down. I'm excited.
Hello. good
Hi,
morning.
hi, Heather.
So, I'm Heather Holland, and I figured instead of just telling you what I do, we get to play a little bit. So I think I have like 5 minutes or so.
Yes, you do.
All right. So, Song Circle once a month, first Saturday of the month. We're kind of getting that started, so we're hoping to grow it. And I do Drum Circle once a month. So Drum Circle is the last Saturday of the month. I've been here for over a year.
Rave reviews on both events.
Yeah.
We get wonderful feedback on you.
Song Circle. So, I'm going to give you a little taste of what we do in Song Circle, very brief. What's that matter? All right. Can I make sure you stand here just to drop this? So, has anybody seen one of these before?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah. So it's called a Shruti box. So we usually start by just warming up the voice a little. And that's what it sounds like. So it's very easy to be supported by this instrument. People often get self-conscious with their voice, right? It's a very intimate thing that you're sharing. So this kind of really helps support the voice. So I invite everybody just to find some tone that feels good and just hum it for a minute. And when you need to inhale, inhale through the nose. Helps lengthen and deepen the breath. And now this time, open to an ah. And keep it going, ah. Keep it going. And if you're hearing or feeling harmony in there, feel free to add that. Keep it going. Keep it going.
Bum ba-da, bum ba-da,
Keep it going.
ba-da.
So this is what we do in Song Circle. We make up things as we go sometimes, and it works out well. Don't you think?
Yes.
Pretty nice, yeah? Now feel free if you want to change anything up, change it up for yourself. See what you want to explore with that. It could be another different.
Hey yo! Hey yo! Hey yo!
So we give everybody a chance in the circle if they would like to come into the middle. I'm not going to do that to you guys. But in the circle, if anybody wants to jump in and kind of just explore their voice and play with it, that's what we do. So it's a lot of fun. People get very creative. Good, very good. So, my heart is ready, what am I gonna do? My heart is ready, what am I gonna do? My heart is ready, what am I gonna do? Oh Lord, my heart is ready, what am I gonna do? Mind, my mind is ready, what am I gonna do? My mind is ready, what am I gonna do? My mind is ready, what am I gonna do? Oh Lord, my mind is ready, what am I gonna do? My heart again. My heart is ready, what am I gonna do? My heart is ready, what am I gonna do? My heart is ready, what am I gonna do? Oh Lord, my heart is ready, what am I gonna do? My heart is ready, what am I gonna do? All right, thank you. Well, that's just in case I couldn't bring all my drums, but you'll just have to come out to Drum Circle to see what that's like.
And that's the last Saturday of the month.
Last Saturday of the month, and then Song Circle's the first Saturday.
Okay.
Thank you.
So much. And did I see Bikini in the room? Yeah.
Come on in.
up.
Here she comes. And the mic? Here we go.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Dakini.
So, the main event that I host here, thank you so much for having this space here.
Absolutely.
Feel so welcome. David knows this is kind of my little baby that I started in 2007 up in Seattle. And then I moved down here in 2009. And I actually kind of found this space and connected with this space around that time, 2009 or 10. So, since the carpet.
Back in the day.
All right, awesome. And I danced on that carpet too. And this floor is such a blessing to have. And when Dance Elemental, which is what I'd like to talk about, when Dance Elemental lost its space in Los Gatos, we came here, back home, and the space was ready to receive. And Dance Elemental, what it is an ecstatic dance experience. It's an opportunity for people to come and feel safe and held in a space that they can express themselves physically with music. So it's, who's ever heard of ecstatic dance before? So a good, I think a majority of people have heard of ecstatic dance. Who's experienced ecstatic dance? Okay, so you left, but who has questions about ecstatic dance?
Do I need a partner?
You do not need a partner. One of the most beautiful things about ecstatic dance is that it's self-expression, and it's a space in which you can dance alone or with the whole room.
Do you bring your own music?
We actually have opportunities in our particular ecstatic dance for folks to lend their energy through drumming and rattling to support the DJ music. So we actually have professional DJs who come in and share a beautiful array of sounds and soundscapes and music with us. And then we can support that, support the dancers, support each other by hand drums, rattles, things like that. Thanks for that question. And absolutely, you can bring your own instruments, please do. So we've been coming here with this dance for about 3 years now. And the nights are always filled with something new, new expressions. There's always someone, at least 1 or 2 people who have never experienced ecstatic dance who come and leave feeling awesome. So if you've never been, or you'd like to experience something new and have a space in which you can bring your whole self and feel supported, this is for you.
When is it?
And we hold it on the first and third Saturday evenings. We open the doors at 7:30 and we get going about 8 o'clock. And I just want to say that, again, every time is different. And we have people who've been coming to this dance repeatedly for probably since we got here, since we landed in the San Jose area. So I have folks who've been coming for 7-10 years to this dance, and they keep coming back because they keep getting fed by it. And so I think that the best way to understand it is to really try it, experience it for yourselves. This is an experiential connection with your divine self through movement, through experiencing the music that we share together. And we even have space for stillness where you can be still and meditate to the music and feel the energy in the room and just let yourself soak in it. And we've also had people come who have disabilities and of all different kinds, different challenges, and show up and find ways that they can connect and express and be themselves in this space. So that's the most important thing, is being yourself. And I just want to say that what a gift it's been to be able to continue this journey with Dance Elemental. It's a journey through the elements, through movement. And anyway, I just thank you once again for allowing me to speak here today.
I wanted to mention something. I came and they started at 8 o'clock and they danced until 11. I came and started dancing at 8 and stopped at 8:10. Some of the 10 most exciting minutes I've had for a long time. And it was amazing, the different ages, the different genders, everybody just enjoying themselves. And so now what I've done, and I don't know whether you've even noticed it, Bikini, when people come to me and they say, how do I meet people? I said, come to Dance Elemental. And I said, because you don't have to have a partner. And I said, I know they dance. I don't know what they do afterwards, but I know they dance. So I'm sure you could somehow meet somebody. So I'm kind of plugging you as a meeting group. I hope you don't mind.
I don't mind at all. And it is a place to connect with others and to feel like you have a space that a big part of the practice is witnessing each other and being witnessed. It's a gift we give each other, to hold space and to see each other in our authenticity and to feel accepted and to feel beautiful and to feel well expressed. And it's just a joy. We actually had a young family bring their 2 little girls and their 1-month-old baby. And that was amazing. They were dancing with their child and their little girls were just circling around everywhere. It was such a beautiful blessing to have them here. And we had a member of community who passed away last year, and he lived to be 84. And he was still coming up until a month before he passed away. So it's for everybody.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Well, and I've even heard you can sit and dance. You don't even have to be able to be mobile, that it's something you can do sitting down. So I wanted to encourage people who might be limited to feel like they could join you.
Yes, absolutely. Every ability is welcomed and encouraged to be expressed. So we have space for everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Katrina. Yes.
So what do you do after the dancing is done?
There's a lot to talk about, but we do have a heart sharing at the end, which gives us an opportunity to talk about the experience. Because when we're actually on the dance floor, there's no talking. Because we're staying out of our talky minds and getting really into our embodiment and getting to pure expression. That's the goal, that's the aim. So at the end, we get to talk, we get to share verbally and connect through our eyes and witness each other in our truth.
Thank you so very much. Okay, John, I see you have back there. Can you come tell us what you do at CCL?
Are you talking to me? Oh.
John.
John.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, John.
Speak up.
Okay, well, I'm John Sench, for those of you who do not know, and I practice Regenesis, which is a healing method that stimulates cellular healing in the body. And it's really something that's very systemic, and the whole thrust of it is to bring the system to prime health. So it works and stimulates an energy that's inside every cell, and all the structures in our body are made of cells. So it works with anything from improving eyesight. Oh, okay.
Microphone closer.
Yeah.
Okay, that's better. Yeah, so from improving eyesight to immune disorders and sports injuries, I work with quite a bit, and really anything that goes on in the body. So we also have the Regenesis facelift, which I've had flyers out about, you may have seen. And so it does a number of things that really helps actual regeneration in the body. Yes?
Cells as in cells, retina cells, like for macular degeneration or retinitis pigmentosa?
I have worked with that successfully, yes.
And now can we hear about Aikido?
Hear about?
Aikido.
Oh, Aikido. Yes, yes. We have Aikido here on Monday and Wednesday evenings, right here in this room from 6:30 to 8. And I've been teaching Aikido for close to 40 years now. And it's Aikido is a very specific and unique martial art in that what we are striving for is loving protection. Something that is functional for self-protection, but also can that be done in a humane way? Can that even be done in a way that perhaps de-escalates violent situations and resolves them non-violent? And so we practice here. And so it's a very spiritual practice. We work with the energetic aspect quite a bit. We do a lot of the practice of the philosophy of Aikido we practice physically. So can you harmonize with your partner? Can you join with your partner? And in such a way you can take an incoming force that may even be hostile in nature, and you can transform it. You can deflect it, you can return it, you can transform it. So that's what we work on. So that's what we do, and you are welcome to come. Yes?
How does your energy work differ from, say, Reiki work?
Okay, that's questions I've been asked many times, so I'll address it as best as I can. So I have done a bit of Reiki. I'm not as proficient as some of the people here. I'm second level Reiki, and many of the people here are third and more, I guess.
Yeah.
And so I did that actually before I came across Regenesis. And this is my understanding of it. And my hunch is most of you have heard of Reiki?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Reiki's done a very good job. You go into East West bookstores, like 36 books on Reiki. So that's good. It's a very good thing. We need to do more of that for Regenesis as well. So I would say that Reiki, my understanding of it is we are channeling a universal energy that filters down from the universal level to the physical. Okay, and all the levels in between. Is that a fair summation?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Regenesis activates energy which is already in your cells, largely in a dormant state. And the body has powers to regenerate itself, to heal and repair itself. Regenesis, excuse me, regenesis amplifies that a great deal. So that's it. One starts from the inside out, one starts from the universal level and filters down to the cellular.
And do you have some flyers for people? Do you have some flyers for people if they're interested?
I do. I have
Okay.
some flyers.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. Yes, was there another
How does
question?
the Aikido differ from the regeneration of healing, or is that combined with the Aikido? And have you taught it to people with low vision?
Last question, I didn't quite hear you.
And have you taught the Aikido to people with low vision? Can they participate? Like the see well, how would I, have you worked with people who have low vision problems to teach them the Aikido moves?
I have. I've actually worked with people who are blind
Oh, really?
with the
Wow.
Aikido. Yes. Oh, yes. But you did ask about the combination. It combines more all the time because I'm doing that. And so when we're doing our Aikido, you find out you have some choices about what energy you are running. And so I encourage and teach my students how to run the regenesis energy and to projecting that. And it starts with having a healing intent. So that's getting more and more integrated all the time.
And John, will you be around afterwards if people want to ask you questions?
I certainly will be.
Okay,
Thank
thank
you.
you so very much.
Thank you.
Thank you all very much.
Alana, can you tell us a little bit about what you do here when you're not in church?
Well, that's too long a list. So I'm the local pet psychic, if you haven't heard. And do I read people? I get asked that a lot lately. Yeah, if I have to. You guys are exhausting. Jeez. I've spent a lifetime hearing them. I get asked all the time. A dinner that Deb and I went to the other day, a social, it was, the biggest question is, so how'd that happen? I don't know. You're gonna have to ask God that one. I'm privileged, literally privileged, to hear animals passed, as in they've gone on to another place. You're looking to adopt. You're looking, because I'm also a trainer. Very fun encounters that I get with people at an event, and a woman has a puppy and she's asking me because I was introduced as a trainer, and another lady walked up with a German Shepherd, and this puppy was like a little poodle-y thing, and the German Shepherd came up, and they were correcting the Shepherd because she bopped him on the head. And I said, no, don't do that. In that language, that's a correction. The puppy, stop doing this, stop jumping at me. So this is what I help people with, is understand we're our biggest problem with our pets.
And when are you here?
I'm here
The fourth Sunday.
at 12:30. And Corky and I need to have a conversation of expanding that because I have been asked to do other days.
Great, awesome,
By
let's
my
do it.
students and that kind of stuff. But without CCL, doing this from the beginning, I really appreciate the support and the room and the space to just get this underway and that kind of stuff. It's just been tremendous, absolutely tremendous. Just being able to check in when somebody's driving me crazy. I called Dottie earlier the week and said, what is this? And it's business, learning to do this publicly. It's a huge learning curve. So I really appreciate the support of all of you. Yes, sir.
What was your name?
Amina. I don't even go with the last name.
Just like
No, not even close.
Okay.
Aminah. I'm in the bulletin. I, of course, have a website, a Facebook page. Love to have you because I'm now putting articles out and video. And I'm interviewing a vet in a week, so we'll put up his stuff. So please, join me. Love to.
Was it Bridges?
Bridging Worlds.
BridgingWorlds.com.
Everybody got that, right? Bridging Worlds. Everybody goes, oh, I get it. See, I love that smile on the face. Thank you.
Okay,
Yes. She has one more question.
I
Yes.
just have a quick question. Are you ever out in public and an animal leads you to somebody and towards somebody you keep passing, or at a dog park? And
Oh, it happens all the time. And it's just like, oh man, I gotta tell them, you don't know. Yeah, so I have to go up and explain, sorry.
They look at you kind of strangely? Or?
Yes, they do, but then when they hear the message, they go, oh, I was wondering about that, blah, and it's very organic, as we know, so thank you.
Thank you.
so much, Amanda. Chris Brown, are you here? Yeah, last I heard you weren't gonna make it, and here you are.
Thank you so
looking
much.
Very beautiful in your top, come on up.
And my bottom.
From here, your bottom was invisible. I'm sorry. Okay, we're leaving Chris Brown.
So, I've been studying a certain psychology for about 16
Put the mic
years.
up.
Mike, can you do it to your mouth, not your bust, okay.
I've been studying a certain psychology for about 16 years.
Is it turned on?
Yeah.
Huh, okay.
Like an ice cream cone.
Eat it. I have been studying a certain psychology for about 16 years. The book is called The 5 Personality Patterns. It's based on Wilhelm Reich. It went through Lowen, in case you've got a psychology background, and it emerged with somebody who said, I want to get this out of just the field of the clinical psychologist, and I want to have everybody have a chance to understand this really important viewpoint. So the really important viewpoint is stuff that happened to us affects us today and our choices, and we don't realize it. So what this does is it looks at the kinds of things that might have happened or ways that we might have responded in the past, and we are very much unconscious about why do we do what we do today and how can we change it. And then we get to look at why does that guy do it? Why does that person do it? Why did they do it? Oh. And it's kind of like, well, it's not that they can't help it, but at least if you understand, oh, now I get why they do it, so how can I work with it? And what choices can I make? So we have a study group. We've been meeting for 6 months, once a month, and it's not an intuitive thing until you get into it, and then I think it becomes intuitive once you figure it out. So 6 months down the road, the people who have already been in the class are pretty good at kind of following where we're going. I am willing to start a new one for people who haven't been introduced to this yet. The current class is Sundays it's the second Sunday from 1 to 4 here in this room. I'm willing to start a second one, and Amin and I guess are going to try and figure out how are we going to get more rooms. A little bit of a Harry Potter thing. More rooms and more Sundays.
I vote for going up.
Going up, there you go. The other thing is that if it's of interest to you, I have a couple handouts here, and if you just type in 5 personality patterns, you can actually get this handout, or I can email it to you. And basically, it's how the world works in ways that are not intuitive at first, but then make complete sense and are completely understandable. Is there anybody who wants to say something better than I just did?
I think we understand it as well as we're going to without taking the class. Okay, thank you.
Come on down.
Yeah. Okay, and one of our newest participants who's here on a regular basis is Sean. Come on in, Sean. What do you do here?
This is pretty impromptu. I didn't know we were going to be doing these kind of things today.
You should have expected with me.
Yeah, you always have to be on the ball with Dottie Boone.
Now introduce yourself.
Yeah.
Sounds like a musical group.
Yeah, the ball with Boone. I'm Sean Michael Endler, and I run this event called An Evening of Shamanic Sound Healing. And that happens generally on the last Thursday of the month. And what we do is we do a shamanic journey to start out and create an altar, and we write down the names of people, places, situations, animals, anything that we want to bring prayers to or bring the healed state to, and we tuck that underneath our altar. So we generate basically a field here in the room. And The day of the event is when I get the download. I ask Spirit, what are we going to be focusing on? What am I going to lead people through? And I basically take them on a shamanic journey, which is similar to a guided meditation. The difference would be that we're actually calling in our spirit guides, we're calling in our guardian angels, we're calling in our helpers to assist us to reach the healed state. So whatever the theme is for the evening, that is what we work on, about cleansing ourselves, cleaning ourselves, healing ourselves. And it's interesting because the people that come are always the people that need that particular journey that month. So I never know how many people are going to be here. A couple months ago we had 29 people here. Probably 6 months before that we had 8 people here, so I just never know what it's going to be like. And sometimes the journeys can get pretty esoteric. Like the recent journey that we had 29 people, we were just simply working on helping to take the gifts that people who had crossed over had brought us in our lives. So we were focused on the good relationship, the learnings, the skills, whatever that person brought to our lives, rather than focusing on the loss, which is something that a lot of people tend to do. So that's the reason why many people were here, because you don't escape this world without having somebody that you love very close to you cross over. So, and then we might get something really bizarre, like alien implants or something. I have no idea. I find out the day of, and I always go, isn't that interesting? So we do this journey, we get ourselves into a higher vibrational healed state, and then we break into a chant. And the chant is, so I have a very deep interest in Native American spirituality, and I sing for a lot of ceremonies. So I sing a lot of Lakota songs. And so I composed this chant. It's not an official Native American chant. I just took the words that have very specific meaning to chant over and over. And we sing that chant, and we do it until we get to the apex, where the energy is at its highest, from the healed state. So we're singing not from a place of need, we're singing from a place of have. And we get to that place, and then we channel that energy into the altar and into all the prayers that we've written down and we've tucked underneath the altar, so that we're actually helping to further the evolution of humanity. Is the way that I look at it. It's like being the prayer. You're not asking for something, you are being something, and you're channeling that energy into the experience. So this coming last Thursday of the month just happens to be Halloween. And I did ask a few people last week if they were interested in coming on Halloween. There were a few people that were, and a lot of people were interested in coming on the 4th Thursday of the month, so I'm probably going to move it. So there are times when I have to do that, especially when Thanksgiving and Christmas come around. Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's, actually, because New Year's and Christmas are always 1 week apart. So sometimes I move the event, but generally it's the last Thursday of the month.
So they can look at the CCL Insights and find out.
Yes,
Thank
they
you.
can. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yolanda Turner, you want to tell us what you're... Aren't you surprised all the things we've got going on at CCL that you didn't know about? Yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I am Reverend Wanda Turner O'Brien, and I offer on the second Wednesday of the month. It's a women's pastoral healing group.
Thursday. It's a Thursday.
Second,
Thursday.
Is it? Oh, thank
Yeah,
you.
Thursday.
Yeah, it used to be on Wednesday. It's on Thursday now, the second Thursday of the month. And why and what is Women's Pastoral Healing Circle? It's based on a Native American tradition, and with me, there is a flower goddess in it. We light candles in the beginning. We light candles and call in the directions, and then we draw some healing cards, a couple of healing cards for divination. Pastoral provides sacred space where women can go in perfect love and trust. And holding the rattle when we speak, each person, when the person is holding the rattle, they have the floor. And everyone else listens. Thus, it takes us away from the everyday back and forth interactions. And we can speak about the things that we don't always speak about, whatever they are. Whether it's something you're joyful about, something you've been contemplating, something you're mourning, something you're afraid of, something that's haunting you, and everything that is said in the Pass the Rattle Healing Circle stays in that circle. It's a circle of trust. And when we draw the cards, after the meditation, if you choose, you can, when you decide to take the rattle, if you decide to take the rattle, there's no pressure to speak. One doesn't have to speak there. You speak when and if you're moved to speak, okay? And when you read, if you hold your cards up, we'll read the meaning of them. And I've never seen anybody not say, oh, I know why I pulled this card. And it gives you messages, you know, it's a way of the universe or your higher power drawing a message to you that helps you. And a bond is created among the people in the circle that stays. Even when the circle is opened, the bond is unbroken. It's a healing place, a place that we empower ourselves by speaking our truth, hearing other people's truths. And when we speak in there, when others speak, you realize, oh, wow, they're speaking for me too. Because we're all very connected. Anyway, so second Thursday of the month, and all women are invited. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Pastor
Okay, we have a group that meets about every, is it 4 weeks? We have Taga. Yay. Becky,
Hey,
you wanna
Becca
talk
is in
about
the
Taga?
house.
Beck's here.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Morning, Becca.
Taga Healing is transforming with angels, guides, and ancestors. It is the empowerment of the individual to connect to the divinity within and to be able to help one another in circle to untangle that which no longer serves them. And how we do it is one of the most creative processes I believe you can experience. It was interesting listening to every practitioner that has come before us because we've utilized each of the elements in creativity. Folks that come for a Taga healing know that they have something that is all tangled up. And the ability of the circle to hold aspects of consciousness and for the person to be able to see, oh my gosh, that's how this is unfolding in my life. That's seeing what is. And then the aspects cooperate through a transformation process to optimize in behalf of the person to unfold and yield a better and optimized pathway. So, for those that have experienced Taga healing, raise your hand. Thank you.
It's miraculous.
Thank you. It is it is a gift from the divine. When it came through, I brought it here very uncertain, I believe, that I was the one that was gifted with this. And once it came through and once it started helping all of those that came, it's like, oh, I know my life purpose now. So it is a gift, but I believe in the empowerment of the gift of each individual that's here. And as you join the circle, you really do connect to your own empowerment to divinity. So the expression of, am I worthy, am I good enough, am I able? Yes, the answer is yes. Thank you.
Rachel, could you share about vortex healing?
I think I can.
Wait a minute, let me just turn